with them. I drummed the fingers of my free hand, playing an invisible keyboard on the metal beside my legs. This is my habit when I run numbers, drumming my fingers on hard surfaces, desks, on tables. A distance of 874 miles at an average speed of 42 miles per hour creates a probability of 20.8095 hours of actual travel time, plus the approximately 27 minutes it would take for the MPs to force the paddy wagon to the side of the road, slide a bag over my head, and stay with the equations. I will protect you, Hannah, he said, if I can. A distance of 874 miles, leaving at dawn, allowing for the variable, if I can. 2. The sun burned a hole in the haze. Blistering sand sizzled against the electric blue sky in a crackle of pure white. The machine gun whoopah, whoopah, whoopah of the rotor blades clattered overhead. And as the helicopter banked to land, Major Jack Delaney could see its shadow on the flat sand below. It was a vertigo-inducing view, but Jack scanned the terrain with an unflappable, predatory gaze. As they descended between mountains carved out of the earth, in striated gashes of red, a dust storm rolled slowly forward, obscuring the horizon. The copter approached a primitive landing strip. 2 crossed lines etched into the parched earth, and the pilot danced on the pedals to correct for crosswinds, hovering for a long moment, then settling. As the rotors ground to a slow stop, he checked his watch and said, "You can step out now, sir." He handed Jack his regulation army duffel and a black umbrella. "For shade, sir." The pilot flashed a cowboy grin, and less than a minute later, with a brash clamor, the R4 was gone, leaving Jack in a whirling cloud of dust. A trickle of sweat and impatience teased the back of his neck. No matter the high security of the mission, it struck Jack that they were going overboard with the cloak and dagger secrecy of this place. Raising a hand to shade his eyes, he squinted at what looked like a long, shimmering rattlesnake on the far horizon, a string of army supply trucks crossing the desert, making for the distant hills. The head of the Rattler, a long black Buick, flanked by 2 light utility vehicles, peeled away from its body and rolled down the mountain, toward the airstrip where Jack stood with his duffel and open Mary Poppins' umbrella, an odd accessory given the obdurate dryness of the place. The Buick barreled toward him through the heat waves, a tiny black nucleus in the highly thermal middle of nowhere. When the cars reached his position, the escort vehicles waited at a respectful distance as the driver of the Buick rolled down the window. "Major Delaney?" Jack nodded. The driver got out and extended his hand. "Collier, First Sergeant. I'll be working alongside you. Orders of General Groves. He'll meet us at the base." Collier deposited Jack's duffel with the umbrella in the trunk. By the time the sergeant was back behind the wheel, Jack had accurately sized him up. A high-energy Midwestern bootlicker, eager to do his master's bidding. "I was expecting my assistant," said Jack. "Jewish fella?" "Lieutenant Epstein." "Came in by train last night," said Collier. "Said he wanted to avoid the heat." "Smart man, Epstein." "Aren't they all?" Collier huffed. "Jew, number crunchers, kraut scientists. Feels like I died and woke up in New York City." Jack laughed, crookedly tickled by this. After rolling up his window against the acrid stink of diesel fuel, he settled into the back seat and perused the orders commanding him to report to this location, specifying where and when, but neglecting to mention why.